Hello there and welcome back to a new part of the Clone Wars battle. As we are moving closer to the front lines, we're starting to see some corpses and some mass destruction. We got a small clone trooper here that has been stomped by the massive ATT. Here is the AAT from earlier that has crashed now into this bush. And then when we move even further, we got a really cool airborne trooper here that is kind of yellow because, you know, he's been in the war for a long time and white turns to yellow eventually. We got a collapsed, totally destroyed ATT here. Some dead men, or this guy's maybe screaming for help while the fire is getting closer to his face. Trying to save him, we got paramedic. Hello there. Hello there, my friend. I'm going to save this guy. I'm a hero.
Are you sure about that?
Sure, dude. We got these two like Commander Cody's without the visor, but they kind of look cool, you know. I wanted to keep them in the MOC anyways because they look like some, you know, specialist guys. In front of them, we have an ARC trooper and the Sigma squad. You guys are familiar with them. As we move closer to the ATT, we can see a lot more mass destruction. We got Kix here that has been impaled by a huge, thick pole.
Stop it. Get some help.
And now he's bleeding to death while his friends are watching him pass. The cannon has crashed and it's leaking some oil and stuff, and this guy is just like crushed between a couple of parts. Here's the syringe from Kix. He won't be saving anyone.
Ironic. He can save others from death, but not himself.
Marching in this army, we have Vaughn, Boyle, and Waxer. A bunch of bleeding clones bleeding into battle. Luminara leading her squad here of diversity. Celebrate our differences. Really sweet to see diversity in this battle. Really appreciate that. And then we got the spider droid burning from his every hole. Won't be using those holes anymore, I guess.
What do you mean by that?
And Ahsoka, of course, in the front, jabbing these two droids. This whole battalion and this AAT won't last very long, just like me. Closest to the enemy base, we have Anakin Skywalker riding a speeder, causing some collateral damage here. All of these droids, well, we can say they're doomed. He's trying to get up here, perhaps. It's going to be difficult, but I believe Anakin might be up to it. I forgot to mention, my favorite Jedi, Barry's Offie, is jumping down from this. Perhaps she was the one who caused it. Who knows? Escaping the battle, we have the top G himself, General Grievous. You can't really expect anything less from him. We have an AAT that is still functional in this battle, aiming his gun at, well, trying to aim it at Plo. But Plo is using the Force to dodge and stuff, and he's jumping very sweetly. And he's using Force judgment, so he's definitely gonna judge this book by its cover. Probably slice it to bits. We have his loyal servant, Wolfie, and his friend, Kaczynski. Here to the left of the MTT, we have a platoon of, well, like the remaining battle droids taking some heavy casualties over here. Like, just look at that. That's just a bunch of dead droids. We have the spider droid still functional. I think this is like the only spider droid that is alive. This clone has just been bleeding a lot. I think he's on his period, but you guys can debate that in the comment section below. Okay. And we have Rex, Captain, and Commander Purple themselves. The three musketeers. Behind them, we have a large gang of 501st troopers and some 212, even some 187th. The jet troopers here are looking really cool. It looks cool. Okay. And then we got the ATRT stomping into battle. The Republic is just overwhelming the droids like almost way too much. Even here we have look at Obi-Wan's arm. Oh my god. This looks pretty good, right? He's doing his stance. Cody is also doing some of that cool tricks with his arms. Looks really good. And we got Luminara protecting him. Okay, no plot armor this time. Some of these guys might die. We got the police-looking guy, Gree, his squadron over here. Some more 501st troopers and the swamp speeder helping them to conquer this base. It has been pretty easy for the clones, not gonna lie, but the clones are superior. It makes sense. And here in the back, we have the airborne squadron here. Of course, the whole army attacking everything. And I kind of missed. I almost missed this. We got Mace Windu force pushing the snail droid to its death. And in here, actually, in the walker, you can see a 501st trooper. He's just like, I'm gonna pretend I'm dead. Another sequence of the battle has been finished. So let's get right into reviewing it. Starting off with the enemy base, we have the Chancellor Palps, the Senate himself, protected by royal guards.
I am the Senate.
Not yet.
He has also hired a bunch of random bounty hunters to protect the base for him, because the droids aren't enough apparently. On top of the communication tower, we have the General Clanker, Grievous himself, protected by an assassin droid. And here we have Nut Gunray about to nut.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
On this balcony of destruction, we have a jet trooper, the commander of the jet troopers actually, about to face his worst fear. The diaper head.
And then I start to smell them. So it's like a smell that tastes like other. So I knew something was wrong. I knew something special about it.
Next to him, we have someone who's also a bit suicidal. Anakin Skywalker himself, riding the stolen bike. He has just obliterated these droids on the balcony. And now, he's coming for the master himself, Palps. Whoosh. Following Anakin, we have Ahsoka Tano, his pet, followed by Vaughn and Boyle and Waxer as always. Luminara is also another Jedi that wants to join in to the battle. And here we have Barrith. Barrith, how? You guys remember the battle from before? Well, here you got a couple of corpses to look at, because I know some of you guys love that stuff. Hyping up the Sigma squad, we have Jesse and Fives. Moving on to the middle of the battlefield, we have Plo and Masterin Mace marching towards their doom. We have Wolf and Hardcase also joining in on the battle, and just a huge platoon of 500 first troopers, followed by an Walker here. What can all these clones be marching against? Well, none other than their death. Count Dooku, Savage the Oppressor, and 2 Magna Guards. This doesn't look very good. To Count Dooku's left, we got the guy without any balls.
No, that one there was a violation.
Darth Maul. Rushing towards him, we got a huge platoon of Republic troopers that doesn't look very happy. Especially Luminara. She has lost her beloved Gree. Now I suggest you grieve.
Women.
Behind this Walker, we have Rex and his buddy, Commander Cody. And also, here we have Obi-Wan rushing the enemy. This looks so cool. Behind him, we have our boy, Commander Purple and Captain Purple. And a huge platoon or army of clone troopers. A bunch of dead ones too from the battle before this one. Here we got some specialists catching up as well. And then all the way in the back here, we got the Airborne Squadron. The battle has taken a turn for the worse. A lot of main characters has been killed. An honorable mention, Ping Pong Krell has moved closer to the base, so maybe they will be saved soon. Thank you, Pong Krell, you're such a good person. Starting off in the middle of the battlefield, Count Dooku is fasting? He's fighting Masterin Mace. A terrible crime has been committed. Count Dooku has beheaded one of the most beloved characters in Star Wars, Rey Skywalker. Another one that has lost his head is this innocent scout trooper alongside his brother. Brother! Something even more sinister is happening beside them. Savage the Oppressor is killing one of the coolest clones ever. Wolf, are you okay? Cody and Rex are watching as this terrible event takes place. Behind them is something even worse. Commander Purple is mourning over Captain Purple's death. The whole world has been frozen before him. Behind the action, there is literally a horror film as Jason Bourne is trying to kill Hardcase from behind. Look how many people that has lost their lives, and even more are coming in. Even though with all the Republic's heavy losses, they still have a couple of troopers left, you know, it's fine. The HET gunner is faced with a difficult decision as if he should shoot Savage the Oppressor with his big gun. Because what it could do is it could possibly kill Mace Windu in the process. Then on top of these stairs, there are a lot of death and blood. And it seems like Ayla Secura's had her period.
Then I start to taste them. I say,
very nice. And up here on the balcony, we got a frightened Obi-Wan facing the devil himself, Darth Tyrannus.
This had nothing to do with me, I assure you.
Climbing up the walls, we have some clone troopers using some very advanced equipment. Kinda reminds me of Game of Thrones, no one asked. And then this guy might be falling down. to his death, but maybe his brother can save him. The Black Panther droid has died. We can see Anakin has jumped out of his speeder, and now he's going to finish off the 2 remaining droids. On top of the communication tower, however, we have Ahsoka Tano making a double kill as Grievous is watching in fear.
I am so scared.
And here are some clones climbing up the wall. It seems like Waxer has also had his period, and Boyle is just in shock. Here is another shot at the communication tower. Rushing the few remaining droids, we have a couple of troopers here, like Fives, Jesse, Sigma Trooper, and this guy. Here are a couple of dead royal guards, Diaper Head, and this cool droid. And also, Luminara is trying to take on 2 royal guards at the same time. Ha ha ha, you cannot take us, woman! Barry's off is going for the Emperor himself.
What are you doing, Barris? I thought we were friends.
No, you're just using me.
This war has taken many people's lives from both sides. And here we have the HETE climbing the fortress's walls. A lot has happened up there, but before we review that, I have something to show you. Ben Kenobi has been killed. Very close to the base, we have the ATOT that has stopped in his tracks, and now Ponkrell is like, let's stay here until it's over, okay? Are you sure? I think they need reinforcements.
No, they don't. They don't, okay?
As you can see, a lot of clones have been put out of their misery. The one that is probably the most miserable right now is Anakin Skywalker turning dark side. General Grievous has put an end to Anakin's pet, and now he's flexing his muscles, while Nut Gunray is trying to escape. The question is though, what is happening over here? Why are so many clones, including Mace Windu? What are they looking at? They have surrounded the Sith Lord, the mastermind behind this war. And now they're about to end his life. But also, the clones did take out all of this defense up here. And this is what remains. I guess we will see what happens soon enough. The battle has now taken a huge turn. General Grievous is in pieces, and Nut Gunray has busted his last nut. Let's see what is down here. A lot of lives have been taken in this horrifying battle. Cody is taking his last breath over here, while Vaughn is taking a deep sleep. Luminara has been cut in half, and Barris has lost her head, and more people have lost their lives, including the captain, Rex. Jesse and Fives has been crushed by the fuel tank. Commander Purple has also died, and as you can see, Darth Maul has lost his head, finally. And now Anakin is attacking the Dark Lord of the Sith, it seems like. Mace Windu is assisting, or I mean Anakin is probably the one assisting, but it looks pretty cool.